The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut, man. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Let's check out and see where the markets are at right now. We got the S&P is currently up 6 points on the day. We got the Russell is down just a mere point. The Nasdaq's down 19 and up 19. The Dow is up 63 on the day. We got copper right now down 1%. Nice move in copper. Gold's pretty flat, just a few dollars. And we got a silver about down now about 0.5%. So it is moving a little bit, but a big move there in the metals is in copper. Looking on over at our energies, we got natural gas currently up 0.75% right there. Up, let's see, we got, actually it's moving on up even more. It may hit 1% here in a second. We got oil right now. It is currently up 1.3% on the day. We got corn is up over 1%, and we got soybeans up nearly 1%, so some nice moves overall here. We got a pound dollar right now. It's down a mere 10 pips. We got the euro dollar, though, down 47. Euro pound down 19 with the U.S. CAD down 11. Dollar franc is up 29 pips. U.S. yen's up 3, and pound yen is down 7 with the euro yen down 41, and the Aussie yen down 8 pips on the day. All right, well, that gets us caught up on the current market watch. Let's go ahead and look at some of the trades that came out. And we got oil inventory that came on out today. Stayed exactly within the expected high to low. And did a pullback, actually punched up through by just a few ticks right there. That orange line showing the expectation for the hour on movement. The red showing how far has it moved from the low. Green is from the high, how far has it moved down. So we moved just a few ticks above. Had a nice little pullback. Had some strength on it, but then just backed off. And right now we're just sort of stuck oscillating right around the 1 deviation level. Market hasn't really been able to break through with any kind of significant volume, even right over here. It was moving back up, trying to really punch through. But overall, just not a ton of volume right there on that move up. Tried to do it one more time, fell down with less volume. Came down, pushed on back up, and still really low in the volume. Volume's really died out. So we'll see if it can do a pullback right there. But wouldn't be surprised to see it, move on back down here. I don't see a whole lot more activity happening in the current hour. But oil's been a little bit crazy. It is oil inventory day. So anytime that's coming on up. Tomorrow we got natural gas inventories will be rolling around. And so we'll be checking out the expected moves on it as well. And let's see what we have over here. Wanted to pull up one report. All right. And what that's given to us. And let's see here. Okay, so now that we got that caught up, just wanted to make sure we got over there on natural gas. Let's check a couple things. Let me go ahead and pull up our news trading plan, any news trades we had, go through them with you, see how they worked out for the day. So 7:16, what do we have last night? What do we have today? First, let's start off with last night's trades. We had the pound dollar on out. So we'll go ahead and bring that one on up. And here we go. One more second. We'll have the pound opened up for you. All right. So on the pound, the trade that we went over yesterday was for an expectation of around 30 pips between 11 and 7. That's the normal move. So 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. And let's see if we got that move or less, or if we got that move or more. I'm sorry, not 30 pips, but more than 30 pips. So usually it's actually a bigger move. So we were looking at a straddle on this one. And let me back it up a little bit more. So if you could have got the pricing, right, because we had the max risk on here, and they could have got in later, but of course the goal was to get in around 11. But if you got in later, that's fine as well. Just get in before the release comes out. So right here at 11 p.m., and let's find that on our chart. There we go. And then let's take that down to, let's see, up first. I guess we'll go up here. That looks like our high. Got just 30 pips on that. So not really what we were shooting for. Let's take it on over here to the low. Was not that low, but let's take it on down. We got 20 pips down. We had a 50 pip range on it. Where did we end up at? Looks like it ended up pretty flat, unfortunately. Right there at about 6 pips. We got a nice big move on the morning open there. It went ahead and ran on down. We got some additional movement. And unfortunately, the spreads don't go that far. But we did get a move down to about 51 pips. So really just a very light move. That trade was not a great straddle. Did not work out that well for us. Most of the straddles we do work out really well. So that was just a really, really quiet one on the day. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out what else we got. Looking over here at the CAD overnight rate. Let's pull up the dollar CAD. We had a few different plays on this. And let's see how they have and are going, because we laid out basically a couple different ways to take advantage of this trade. So first one we had that we looked at last night was we had a 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. trade on the dollar CAD, and let's see what we got right now. We are at 7 o'clock, and taking this on down to let's see here. That's not updating. Hold on one second. You know what? I may even have some outdated on that pound dollar. We may have to redo that one. So it looks like my data connection was not updating. We may have to go back, see if it did work out. I should have checked the date. I just looked at the time. All right, we'll come right back on that. Let me update my dollar CAD, and we'll go back and check out that pound dollar. So you got to love those data connections. Every once in a while they throw off, and you got to reconnect them. Okay. Now let's get on back over here, and we'll see where this one looks like it's going to end up. Okay. So on the 7 a.m. trade, we started right. That's definitely a different chart. Started right here, and let's see. Looks like the opening price was right around 1.01760. Sorry, my chart's taking a little bit to update for some reason. And if I can get it just to cooperate with me, then we can compare it to the last price and the current price on this. You can see how that's going a little bit slow. I always have more than one charting platform open, though, so if it continues, I'll switch over. All right, here we go. All right, we'll grab this on. Where are we at right now? Right now we're at 18 pips. The 7 to 3 dollar CAD trade was a trade we were looking at. Let's just go through it. CAD overnight rate comes out at 10 o'clock. We're looking to find an iron condor on the dollar CAD, entering as early as 9, 4 and 11. You also could do this 7 a.m., no later than 9 a.m. for a 3 p.m. So for the 3 p.m., we're still well within our range. We had an expectation, and so we're well within the 18 pips. We were wanting $40 if you're doing the 7 to 3. Okay? $20 if you're doing, we have an 8 to 10. And then we also have a 9 to 11. We also have $40. So we can check out that. Let's check out that 9 to 11, see how that one played out. So right over here, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, like 1 pip off. So that one worked out very well. So the 9 to 11, profitable. What about the 8 to 10? So this is one where we got in and we got out right before the news came out. 1 pip off as well. So that's awesome. So the 8 to 10 iron condor, just looking for $20, profitable. We expected it. Why did we do that trade? Because we expected it to be flat leading up to a interest rate release, and it was very, very flat. So we got a nice profit on the 8 to 10. We have a nice profit right there on the 9 to 11. And so far, we still have profit potential on the 7 to 3 p.m. on the CAD overnight rate. So we may get all 3 of those to come in profitable for us. Let's go back. Let's check that pound dollar out again now that I got my data feed updating correctly. And make sure we're looking at the right trade. Maybe it did just as well. Maybe it did worse. Maybe it did better. But I want to know how it did either way. All right. So now we're looking at the right date. And we pull this on up, look at the 11 o'clock, and drag this on over to 7. Oh, that's much better. All right, my stats are usually not that off. 6 pips. Yeah, not too much better. But still, we did get that bump down. So let's check out what happened on the bump down. Okay, so if you got into 11, it did come down to about, we still only got about 27. Yeah. At best case, I mean, if you were up and awake and around, you could have possibly pulled the thing off or break even. I know most people aren't, though. It basically did that spike right there. See that? That spike at the bottom. We got a little bit more of a move on down right at the end of the hour where it pushed down there. So, yeah, pound dollar didn't work out, but we got 2 out of 3, potentially 3 out of 3 on the dollar CAD. We also have the weekly oil inventory report. There's a couple ways to do it. So let's check out the oil inventory. Let's talk about that. And probably doing a webinar with Nadex here pretty soon about how to trade oil. But looking at the oil inventory report, the report comes out at 10:30. Okay? We're looking at the expected ranges. I gave you those expected ranges already earlier this week. You can see it was right within the expected range, and it pulled on back. So if you got in at 9 and you went to 11, 23 pips, definitely would have had a profitable iron condor. If you got in at 10 for 11, would have had a profitable condor. If you would have got in for 10 to 12 right here, would have had a profitable condor. So any one of those would have been profitable. So condor would definitely be a very good potential option for you on that. And then the other thing to look at is checking out spike strikers. So, and that I did look at a spike striker. I did one. Unfortunately, that one did not work out. It was only like a $15 risk, but I got a spike right there, the 5-minute, and if you get the low, and then the low right there was like 1 tick below. If we go to the next one, so we got 10 minutes and then 10:10, and then it broke right down. It was breaking down. Worked out well for an in the money, just not for an out of the money, unfortunately. And then it pulled on back. So the in the monies were profitable. The out of the monies were not profitable on both spike strikers. And, just you never know which one's going to do. A lot of times you get that nice pullback. And we got to pull back really, now looking at it, analyzing it, we got to pull back basically to about 50%. If I go over here and I use my ratios, which is something I use a lot on the fibs. Now, I'm not as big of a fib trader as a lot of people are. But, oh, that's the wrong one. Okay, there we go. But I do like to look at them for, the most basic, the golden ratio, everything, that 50% line. And basically from that most recent morning low to morning high, we did get, like the hour before the release, we got that 50% retracement. And that's sort of where it bounced off of on us. And so sort of setting itself up as a support level. And we'll see if it pulls on back down to that before the market closes out. Darrell will be back right after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details, and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, we're going back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So let's talk about some of the spike strikers and putting all the pieces together. And how those, like in the monies did, and the out of the monies didn't work this time around. And then both of them had valid ticks where it did actually trigger the entry. So right here we had a spike striker. Trigger was not tipped off there. So this would have been the bar that had to break that low. Did not happen. And it's an end of bar, which I'm not usually a big fan of anyway. This one right here did go ahead and trigger off for another spike striker short. So what would that look like if we decided to maybe turn it into a trade? Let's check that out. Look at it. Again, it's at the top of an hour. Again, not my favorite ones, but I'm going to go into C. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you can get in there, and you'll see it at just an excellent trade. You just can't turn it down. It's low risk. It's close. And, it's a great setup. So let's look at it, and let's see. Using the scanner, what can we find for potentially trading the spike striker? As you can tell, it's really flat. Volume's dropped down. It's picking up a little bit now right here. We're seeing the 5, 10, 15. We're starting to get a little bit more. But overall, volume's pretty slow. And so what do we got? Let's see here. Okay. Looking at the binaries, and we'll check them out just on crude oil right now. And let me just reset all my filters, make it really simple. But we don't need the weeklies because it's not Friday. Okay? And then we'll scroll down here. We'll look at the current markets. We got current hour. We got next hour. And the price is currently sitting at 101.20. So with the price at 101.20, that gives us a couple choices. We got the 100.94, we got the 100.14, and we got the 101.54. Let me actually bring that over to live, because I know demo, they're doing some upgrades on demo, so it's had some weird things going on. Anyways, okay, so let's bring that back up. We got 100.94, 114, and 134. There we go. And now with those up, we got to make a choice on which one's going to work best for us. Okay, so what do we have? We're starting to move on down. We got the 100.14. That's an at-the-money trade. Can we do that one? Yeah, we actually can trade that. We don't have to go for the 100.94 if we don't think it's a good idea. And it's below. It's like right at the bottom of the range. So how do you do an at-the-money on the Spike Striker? That's sort of a new one we haven't talked about too much before. If you're going to do it at-the-money on the Spike Striker, you go in and you sell it, but you're going to take profit a lot sooner. Okay? Not normally the trade I do most often, but it is one that you can definitely take advantage of. So you can sell that one and then set a take profit to buy it back. So if we sold it right now at 53, bought it back at, say 30 or 25 on that, and how would you know what price to buy it back at? Well, let's say the lowest we expected it to go was, like, let's see how many more ticks we think we got on this. We're moving. It's going down. It may be there here in just a minute. So if you did not take it, you may have missed out. Let me pull it back up so you can see it on the chart. Yeah, it's already moving down. So we sold it there right at about 55, and it's going down now. It's at 48. So let's say we thought it was going to go down to 100 point, we'll just say 97. We go to the simulator, type in that price, 100.97. And we know we're only selling, so we can also drop off our buys on this. Okay? And that'll tell us basically what price to expect it to be at. So if you go in and you sold this one, and the 100.14, and it does drop down to about 100.97, you can expect to buy it back maybe at 24, 25.50. Right now is what it's saying. So you can basically, $25 take profit. The bad thing about the at-the-monies is it's very hard to manage the risk if they go against you. Okay? The good thing is they actually move faster than anything else moves. So since they move faster than anything else moves, then you don't have to worry about it taking a long time to take that profit. All you need is a few ticks and the things just pop. But the problem is they also move really fast against you. Like I said, the other choice would have been to go in and look at the out-of-the-money one. It will have to move down to 194 if you can get that. You wouldn't have to make it move all the way down, right? So, but if it moved to like 197, it's saying the price right now would be at about 58.50 for taking profit on that one. So we'll talk about the in-the-money, the at-the-money, and the out-of-the-money. We'll put all three of these together to help you just understand, which one may be the best choice when we get back right after this.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Again, we're talking about the spike striker right here, looking at oil and looking at the 2 p.m. And, sorry, there's some music pointing in my ear so I can barely hear in the speakers there, so hopefully the radio operator can get that resolved. We got the price settling right now at 18. I'm just going to have to turn it off. And we got, hold on, adjust my mic because I can't talk with that. All right, so we got a 101.34 sell at 18. We got the 101.14 at 52. We have 101.94 at 84.75. Anyway, so if we choose the in the money, then we have the highest probability of the trade working. And then if we choose the 101.14, then we have the fastest possible movement. If we choose the 101.94, we have the highest payout with the lowest risk. Okay? So there are basically those are your three edges. If we choose the in the money, again, we have the highest probability of profit, but we also have the you could say the most risk, though technically it's easier to manage risk. So an in the money could actually be less risk than the at the money trade, because it'll be easier to get out of that trade if it goes against you. Okay? The 101.14 for a sell at 54.25, That one, actually, like I said, that's the at the money. It'll move the fastest for you and against you. It'll be very, very hard to manage risk. But it'll move really fast. So a few ticks in your favor, profit, done. Okay, the in the money moves a little slower. Out of the money moves a little slower than at the money. So on the 101, 194, it's out of the money. It'll move a little slower, but you don't have to even worry about a stop loss. Your risk, your trade is your stop, but it does have to. It has to move, or you don't profit. And so it's like that. Well, which one's best? Well, I mean, you'll know that after it's all said and done, right? I mean, that's trading. So what's important to understand is on options, there's not a best. Okay, there's not like, well, this one is always the best. That's not an accurate way to look at trading. When you're looking at options, you have options. There are options. You got choices for a reason. And so you have to learn how to look at them, how to look at the market and go, you know what, is the market looking pretty flat? If it is, I'm probably going to want that in the money trade. Maybe if it's looking flat, but it might look like it might move down a little bit, I got some room, might go for that out of the money, but I might not hold the thing till expiration. If it's just really close and staying on it, I mean, I may let it go like $10 against me and just, bail on the trade, if it's just not doing anything. But out of the money trade, if I get into that, I'm pretty much in that thing to the end. So do I have an expectation that it's going to pick up enough and move on down? I mean, we moved up, we moved down, now we've retraced from the high there. And so, we need a few more ticks down. Volume is dropping. Notice this, volume is dropping on the 5 and the 10 minute as the market's declining. We're not getting a lot of commitment to the downside. So it's going to be pretty tough for that 100.94 to actually be able to take a profit. So I think the probability of that thing hitting that in the next 21 minutes is very low. Okay? Could happen, but very low. Now, could it get down enough for us to take profit on our at the money at the 101.14? Yeah. I think a few more ticks down, definitely, in the cards there, we have the room for it. It's within the expected range, high to low. Should not be an issue. In the money, looking at the 100.34. So that's pretty high. How high is that? Let's look. What is the high of the day? The high of the day is 100.35. So, that I like that a lot because that's above the high right now. I want to say it is the high of the day. Let me double check. But, it's not the high of the day. Okay, but it's at least the high of the hour. Pretty close to see. What was the high we had on the news? 100.32. Then it pushed up a little bit higher, like one little failed attempt to go up there. 100.38, 100.39. So we had some, moves up here, but it came back up to that, and the high of the hour right now is 100.31. It's going to have to go back up to that high and break that high in order for that trade to lose, really. The in-the-money trade looks very solid, and you had a chance to get into that for about $20 right now, about $17. You can hop in the trade. Anyways, so that get you caught up on the oil inventory. So remember, you can do the same type trade going into really any market. Oil is usually a great market to do it on. I've been looking into a lot of the spikes and the spike strikers. I have a trader's been sending me over. They've been marking up charts, looking at all of them, and I'll show some of these to you. So it's been pretty cool. And just been doing some work. And what he noticed is, hey, if you waited on it to break the low, break the high, there's 21 invalid entries. Many of those would have lost. And so by waiting on the break of the low or the high on the spike striker, 5 wins, 0 losses there on US yen on that day. Looking at a different market, the pound dollar. And again, being more conservative on the entry. 9 winners, 3 losses. So 3 invalid entries. So pound dollar pretty clean. Looking in, let's check out a couple other markets. We got... here's gold. So looking over at the commodities. 6 wins, 2 losses. One trade was sort of iffy, depending on exactly where everything expired out, depending on what the exit was. Let's see. That link is not working. Going through and just pulling a few of these up. And let me look a little bit further back and see if we got any other ones, because I know I did quite a few. And love it whenever traders do go through and they study things, they try them out. Here, here's the euro dollar. 8 profitable trades, 1 losing trade, 9 invalid entries. So, really, the next step I'm going to work with them on is I already sent it over to him. It's like, okay, so now let's go back and look at all the invalid entries, and let's see if there's anything there, because obviously there's a lot of additional trades you can get. Doesn't mean they're better. It just means there's a lot of additional trades. So, what about those trades are there? What's unique? The trades that I don't like to take are at the end of the hour, usually. So definitely would be looking at those that are end of the hour, see if they worked out. Like I'm looking at a chart right here. There's one loss. That one loss happened right at the end of the hour. Notice this one happens here. This one happens at the beginning of the hour, beginning, middle of the hour, beginning, middle of the hour. There, that one right there. That profitable trade, that's just based on a take. Okay, yeah. So that profitable trade was profitable, and then it shot down, and I'm not quite sure where he got the loss on this one. But, it's great to go back and, do some back testing and make sure you really, really have it down. Let's see. Biggest thing is really note those end-of-hour trades, see how well they're working out or not for you. And maybe you notice they're working just as well. But I've noticed that more of the trades, I've just noticed more losses happen end-of-hour than have any other time. Also be realistic on your hours that you trade. Are you really trading 24/7? He marked up, midnight to midnight, which is awesome. It's a lot of work. It shows that, the benefit here is you're showing, hey, early AM it's working. Morning it's working. Afternoon it's working. Evening, really nothing happening on that trade. So, and there can be plenty. It's just there's none right there. But, whatever you're looking at, your expectations, you want to make sure you're looking at those wins and losses. Is there certain times a day that's winning or losing? And then you also want to make sure you're not counting when you're going, okay, so what should I expect going forward? Then you need to really focus in on the time zone that you're going to be trading. That from what time to what time that you're going to be trading. But total props on taking the time to get in there and work on it. Looks like we are still moving down on that short spike trigger. It's an end-of-hour one. Like I said, that's the ones that made me a little bit more nervous because you got so much time for it to happen. But anyways, end of hours, moving on down. So let's see. It may get on down there. We can pull up the scanner and check out where the prices are at now. Well, the one that was at 22 or whatever earlier is now down to 8. The one that we got in looking at around 55 is now down at 37. And the out of the money, 85, now down just a few bucks. Hasn't moved that much because it's still got to move further down. Not a lot of time left for it. 16 minutes left. So the at the money and the in the money are working great. The out of the money, we're still going to need about 15 more ticks before that thing's really going to be have any potential for making a nice profit. We might get it. It's working on it. And so this is the lower range. We've now hit the expected high to low as of this moment. We haven't hit the expected channel. Well, just the expected, like the high to the low. The range expected on this hour was 26 ticks. We're now at 27 ticks is the highest point that we've been at. Notice how it's hesitating right there. And that's for the current hour. That is the expected movement in the given hour. You can see right here we hit the expected high to low right at the end of the hour. During this hour, we came within like a tick of the expected high to low. This one we just broke it by... let's see. Expected was 0.6 from high from low, so we broke it by 10 ticks during oil inventory. So it's a little larger than expected oil inventory because it dropped down first and then popped up. And then earlier this morning, broke it by about 8 ticks. So pretty much nailing it hour after hour after hour. Expectations, helping us get proper expectations on when to add into a short, when to take profit, when to close out a trade. So... we'll see if that one closes on down, and then we go into the next hour. We'll start the next hour up, and we had the ability to move down from where we're at right now, looking at the 2 o'clock hour. Right now we're looking at the 2 o'clock expiration, so going into the 2:30, what would be the potential move? And that would be there are a couple ways to figure that out. So let me show you a couple tricks on here. Let's say like you're wanting to look at the 2:30 expiration. We can go in, and we can look at the expected high to low. So this is over using the Ninja platform right here, but you're looking at the expected range. And what I do is I basically start, playing with this. Or what you can do is you can give it 60. We could take it right now. Really, we could actually take it right now and just put 30. And that will give us the expectation. What it'll do is it'll start it at 30 minutes past midnight and then go for every hour. And so that should basically put everything on a half-hour increment, which should allow us to have expected ranges that are expiring at 2:30. And let's see if we're getting that. Right here, 1:30. Okay, so yeah, that's going to go to 2:30. It'll sort of the way it plots is a little bit weird. But what does that tell us as far as going into the end of 2:30? Right now, let's see. So it said, hey, for the last hour, you actually got 31 out of 30 expected. And for this hour, you're at 15 out of 34. So that means we do have quite a bit of room of movement. And the low we're expecting right now is somewhere around 100.8. If the market were to move down, maybe a little higher than that because we moved up to a few ticks. But somewhere pretty close to 100.8, 100.85 would be sort of the move down that I would expect on this hour if we are to keep with the trend of the day, which is staying pretty much right on par with expectations. And that lets us know, again, into the 2:30 expiration that's coming up, where are we looking for the market to head to? And, like, is it realistic for it to move down? And also that gives us a 0.7 deviation level. So that's right before that. I like that. The expected range is right before that deviation level. So everything sort of lines up for a potential move down. There's room without anything in the way for it to do it. You can see even last time we got down here, we were at, 100.9, and we pulled on up. So obviously we should be able to pull, hopefully, at least back down to that level. And this shows that we have a little bit more room we might get before the day is said and done. All right, so with that being said, let's look over at some of our other markets. Let's go in. Let's check out gold right now and some of the other markets. We'll check out some of the metals that we haven't done a lot of reviews on lately. Gold is closed out in the pits, but it's still going over on the Globex. And get some nice moves. Let's see here. We were right on expectations. We moved up to 0.5 on a deviation move on the day. A little bit light. Not a big deviation move day. So trying to find just where do we max out at. But it looks like we only had about half a deviation move on gold today. Really quiet. It's back down right, pretty much going right into settlement right there when it was trying to close down and bouncing right off of it. Let's go and let's check out copper. Was a decent mover. They were sort of the head metal today. So pull up copper, see how it did. And again, these deviation levels are available each and every day. I post them at 8:30 right inside the scanner. You can get access to them right here. Just click on deviations once you log in over on TFNN.com and check that out. So the deviation move, copper, moved past its one deviation move. I thought that was a pretty large move. It closes down at 1 o'clock. And so it came on down, basically flatlined right at 1.5 deviations. So you can see where it moved on down. It's one deviation, and then sort of hesitated there for about 10 minutes, and then just punched right through it. And that's how copper is, man. When it's slow, and then when it decides to go, it's just insane. It'll just move lightning fast. It's an awesome and scary thing to trade all at the same time. Cool thing is you can trade it with defined risk over on Nadex. Stay right there. We'll be right back after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this services and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David Dwight as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Just checking out copper right there, checking out how it moved on down 1 to 1.5. And just flat. So you notice, like, it stays pretty flat. I mean, it's but when it moves, it'll just move like lightning. And the ticks are worth quite a bit on copper. It's a much safer place to trade it is over on Nadex. Let's check out a few of our indices real quick. We'll go in and look at the Russell. And let's check out over here. We got to move down. We do have a 1 deviation move on the Russell. We hit that right here. That's why it's so important to pay attention. I give you not only the levels, but a deviation move. So you can subtract that from high to low. And as you can see right here, we moved up and then down, moved up about 0.3, down about 0.7. And we hit the 1 deviation move right over here about 11 o'clock. And look how it just, 1 deviation move and then bounced right off of it over there on the Russell. And so if you're not watching deviation high to low, you are completely missing out, because you're going to end up adding into a short position, going right into what is most likely the bottom of the market on any given day. And that can definitely lead, to some losses without having that there. But you want to make sure you know when the market is expected to be done, and watch for any potential spikes. Maybe you get a spike striker up there, maybe not. Here we got a spike striker right at settlement. Would have been an aggressive entry, would have worked out, but at least in the money trade. And just looking at all of them, not too bad. You get a lot more, it seems like, on Forex lately. But yesterday we had some. Last night there was quite a few actually that popped on up over on the indices. So you can't help; those won't help you that much. And let's see here. Going into looking at it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We got a deviation move. Let's check out on some of the other indices here. We're going to the Nasdaq, and we do have a couple things we need to just to make sure we review before tomorrow for you. Make sure you have up there. Let's see. Did we hit a deviation? We did not hit a deviation move today. Looks like it ran up from the low about 0.73, but pulled on back down, sitting right at about literally at a half a deviation high to low, and at a half a deviation just on the day. So very quiet in the Nasdaq. Pulling up and looking up tomorrow just to make sure. Again, we went over these things already for you, but I want to make sure you have them on your schedule. We got the Eurocore CPI coming out tonight, and that's a 5 a.m. release. Working at 11 p.m. entry with a 7 a.m. Expiration for a $30 take profit. Then we'll roll into the morning. We're going to have several CAD releases coming on out. We're going to have 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. For 8:30 releases. We got Canadian core CPI, wholesale sales news, all coming out at the same time at 8:30. Pretty minor movements. And let's see, I have that on Friday. Let me double check my calendar. Is that Thursday or Friday? Maybe I just need to update that. And that's for Friday. Okay. So no, it is Thursday. We got building permits. We just have foreign securities. Okay, so I'll move that one over on my calendar to tomorrow. The day after tomorrow, to have that done on there. Let me type that note real quick. And here we go. Okay. So there we go. Got that one updated. Let's see what else we got, because I know we have a couple other things. We have the Philly Fed coming out. So that's going to be a release at 10. So you got a 9 to 11 for $25. And that'll carry us into the show. So we got some earnings releases coming out tomorrow, and we'll be having some fun with that. Look forward to seeing you there, and I'll see you today. I'll be hosting the Tommy O'Brien Show while he's out. And see you there at 3 o'clock, 4 to 6 Eastern Time, 3 to 5 Central. You'll have a great day.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.